Welcome back. I'm David the Good, and today I'm going to show you how to sharpen a machete.
Get up in the morning time, making biscuits. Get up in the middle of the noonday biscuits.
Quite a few people have asked me, man alive, how did you get your machete so sharp? You're just going right through stuff with it. Watch out, don't cut your fingers off. How do you sharpen a machete? Well, it's funny. Somebody asked me what type of machete they should get the other day. And the reality of it is most any machete you get is probably going to be fine. I mean, you can get one of those Tramontinas or Coronas, or this is a Martindale. Just about any machete is going to be good, except for the Gerber machete. I think it was called the Gator or something like that. That was the worst machete I ever had because the steel in it was all dinged up. You couldn't cut anything with it without getting dinged to pieces. A friend of mine had his actually break in half. He had the same model. Piece of junk, don't ever buy it. 0 stars. If you have a machete, the most important thing to do is to sharpen it properly. I mean, it sounds crazy, but even a junky, or what you think of as a junky machete, will take a really nice edge. They're pretty much a springy steel. So you sharpen it well, you're going to have good luck with your machete. A cheaper one, you just have to sharpen more. Today I have to do some work with my machete, and before I do that, I'm going to sit here and sharpen it. This one was used all day by the kids, and it's been sitting around for a while, so we're going to put a really nice edge on it. So what you need is a regular file. This is not even a cross-cut file. This is just a normal boring file. It costs you like $5 or something. Get yourself a regular file, and you're going to attack one side of it and go for a 15-degree angle. So 15-degree angle is like that, about right there. It's got to, you don't want it to be too blunt, and you don't want to saw it down at this angle and do a 45 or something, because that's not going to be sharp enough to cut much. You don't want a wedge, you want a slicer like that, a real nice slice. So you're going to go on one side first and just start attacking it. And if you have a new file, that's another thing, get a new file. That old file that's in the cabinet that's been kicking around there for 15 years that you sharpened everything with, just get rid of that one. Or grind it into a dagger and put a bone handle on it like I did with one of my old files once. But just get rid of that one, forget it. Get yourself a new file, it's worth the $4 or $5, and it's going to really make a huge difference. So, okay, ready? 15-degree angle, going down one side. So now we got it nice and polished up here on one side. You're going to flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. As I go, I try to get out any notches or dings or anything. You sharpen until you have sharpened those out, hopefully. If they're real deep, you might just not worry about it. Also, if you have a grinding wheel, you can just do this on a grinding wheel, but be really careful because you can mess the edge up very fast, making a mistake there and just tear your blade up and have to kind of re-edge it. If you have a new machete, you're just gonna get a file and do it. I think it's the best, and you can easily carry a file with you out onto the farm wherever you are, and you have it there for whenever you need it. So we've done this side here, but now we're going to flip back over to our first side, and now I can feel there's a burr here, because as I'm filing the other side, it's pushing a little bit of the metal and rolling over. So all we have to do now is just take the edge of this burr off, and we will have a very sharp machete. We just take that edge, there we go. Oh yeah, that thing's sharp. It's not shaving sharp, but we don't need it to be. Now we have successfully sharpened a machete. It's actually kind of addicting. Once you start touching up the edges, you're like, could I get it sharper? Could I get it sharper? Could I get it sharper? Can it cut through tendons yet? But this blade here, we've used for quite a while. You can see it's kind of browned out. The handle is kind of getting soft and polished from being used. When I first got it, I took the factory squared edge off of it. So this one, it doesn't take very long at all to sharpen one that you've been using, that you've kept pretty sharpened, and that you already filed off the square edge on it. This one here is a brand new one. This one will take me a good 20 minutes of filing to take off the square edge. If you take a look at how square the edge is, it's really like way flat. I mean, it's so dull you can't do anything with it except just bash stuff. So you're just gonna have to sit and file until I get that 15-degree angle, and then I am all set. And then it's gonna be much easier to file from then on out. So this machete, it's got that factory edge on it. It's gonna take some time, but if you have one that's already been working, it's just a matter of running the file over it a few times, getting a few passes, and then you are ready to go out and do some work. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and until next time, may your thumbs always be green.
I went to see David the Good. We listened to Portishead and drank spiced rum.
Most of them are actually pretty good, except for the Gerber machete with the weird saw in the back, the Gerber Gator or whatever it is. It's the worst piece of junk that I ever had, and I don't recommend that thing to anyone. It dings up like it dings to bits as soon as you have it. Get away from the wind. When do you think the wind started in that?
Not too much, right before you stopped, I think.
Why does the wind start? Like, it's like we're on the beach.